Hello Scorpios, thanks for joining me. I'm just choosing some cards to do a love reading for you so we can take a look what's going on. So remember that you can change the energies around because they do jump about sometimes, or just switch over to your partner or the person on your mind. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the connection that we're looking at between you and your partner, or the person that you are connecting with, whatever the circumstances, what we're seeing is that there's a decision that's needing to be made because either someone is walking away or ready to walk away, or the connection has reached a point that a natural progression to a different direction needs to take place, or a crossroads is being presented where decisions are having to be made that then takes this relationship to the next level, to wherever it's going to go. But at the minute it feels that it's not at stalemate, but it needs to jump out of this pot up to the next level for sure. There's too much confusion going on. There's paranoia, there's worry, there's doubt, there's thinking, there's discussions, and maybe not just between you and the partner, but maybe others are also discussing this connection. There's a lot of healing that's needing to be done on both sides. Already I'm seeing mirroring, so with the energy switching at the minute, it will just be applied to both. Seeing a lot of healing. Also, well, everything that the Strength card represents is what's needed for this next step. There's a lot of healing that needs to come into play because of dark past stories, dark past experiences, pain that's being carried, pain that's being suppressed, things that are being let go of, worries that are then blending into future decisions, a need to let go of control, so being brave to let go of control of the natural progression, the outcome of what it's going to be regardless, and just the strength to be able to come together and make the right decision for all concerned in order to go the distance or move up to the next level. But it feels that this, where the relationship is at, however long it's been going on, whether it's brand new, whether it's coming back round for another try, or whether it's just a relationship that is struggling at the minute, that all of the dynamics apply. It feels that this position that the relationship's in is in the danger zone, is what it feels like for me. Even though it may have all the possibilities of everything going for it, I feel that this is a make or break. It's either needs to be shut down, or someone is about to shut it down, or it needs to come together and strengthen to give it the stability. So we've got because it feels like that there's mirroring going on just at this stage, so correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like that the both of you have everything that you need. So we've got two fiercely independent people in play. So we've got headstrong people, we've got people that know their own mind, people that know their life, what works for them, people that may be selfish in their own rights in the nicest sense of the way, people that don't need anybody. They can do what they need for themselves, and they're doing pretty well at it. That's for both of you. We've got here that the Ten of Pentacles, so we're looking at financial stability or material stability, but not the materialistic energy. It's securing a foundation for the future in your own right. So singular, you're ploughing forward and that's the goal, throwing the self into work, and the partner also may be mirroring along that same situation. Whereas together, obviously, throw in this strength of personalities, as long as there's not the personality clash, into the same goals and focus would be a really good match. There's fear of being betrayed, fear of being let down, fear of all the rubbish that comes from taking a risk on people that, whether it's going round again for a new cycle, or whether it's taking a risk and a chance on somebody new, or whether it's just an ongoing relationship that's got a bit stuck. The thing with this fear of betrayal, being let down, or making the wrong judgment call on a person, the fear of that is by knowing that setting yourself up and being independent in your own right, you don't really, and this is the thing, isn't it? It's able to, sometimes easier to just focus and plough on the work and what's being built with, and giving love a miss and a back seat because of fear of all of this bullshit rubbish that comes along that throws you off your game, when all you're trying to do is build a life that in time you're hoping someone will come and join that pathway. But it's not always a lucky call like that. We've got unpredictable circumstances, so this feels that it's time is of the essence. So either there's an agreement that a decision needs to be made, something needs to change, come out of this, this level, this energy is no good, or we've got unpredictable people or person within the connection. So there may well be either from one perspective or both, that looking at each other or one or the other, that somebody's too unpredictable to be able to take a chance on, and it's that's the worry. But then we can have the illusions of the past programming, the past pain that then clouds the judgment for the natural progression. It's all going on. It's emotions, it's feelings, am I calling it right? Am I just about to walk away from something that should be something, or am I jumping all in and I should have known better? We've got more, the Death card, so yay Scorpios, here we are. But it's about, here again, another double-edged sword, because this can be more ready to shut this down and walk away than continue on any further. It's too flaky, too unpredictable. There's nothing that's guaranteed, set and certain. So the money is more on shutting it down and walking away. But the strength comes from being able to not walk away and to hold firm, know your position, know what you're bringing to the table and what you can do in a partnership. This is the middle ground for the King and the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Ten of Pentacles there. That's what the King and Queen are putting their minds to, and that's what they create when they are on the same page. So it feels that if that is the goal, you've got two people mirroring each other that are throwing themselves into their own individual journeys, that their strength comes in transforming all of this, taking a risk, being brave, following the natural progression and taking a chance. There's soul searching, and the question going within is, surely my life experience up to now, surely what I know from the age that I am and the relationships that I've had, shit ones, good ones, and ones that just didn't even bother with, all of that information should be enough for you to be able to trust yourself, trust your judgment on a person that stood in front of you. Yes, people actively go out to deceive us, but give yourself and your people reading skills a bit more credit than that. There's nobody that, when people have their guard up and they're actively looking for it, they give off that energy. They let people know straight, I'm not looking for any kind of crap to come near me because I'm not entertaining it. When you lay down that boundary from the start, everybody knows where they're beginning. There's soul searching, because I feel on a deeper level that both of you probably are more willing to take the risk, but have you got the energy to see it through? That's what's also coming up. So conversations needing to be had, and maybe they are getting a bit heated and fiery. There's somebody that is that's calling this demand of something needs to be different, or something needs to be a bit more concrete, something needs to be brought forward. What's the plan? What's it going to be? So there's opportunities. There's always opportunities when you're open to work with something. As long as you're wanting to work, say, towards the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, then you've got something to work with, both being on the same page for a start. You've got the Page of Pentacles, so maybe an offer or a suggestion will be put forward. We've got here the Two of Wands, so it feels like, yeah, a suggestion and an offer being put forward, that something that works for the two minds coming together. Everybody's still got their independence, but they're looking at the bigger picture, which is that little world in the hand. It's looking at the bigger picture that works for all. So let's see what else. And still it feels the mirroring, so whether it's going to change, this is the intentions towards the connection. We've got here the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Five of Cups. So the intentions here to do with this connection, from whatever perspective, let's just go with with the both, I suppose, because again it's just splitting. It's so we've got, say, you Scorpio, male, female, either one. It's this deep emotions. You've clearly been through the pain and you've been through the journey, the healing, all of that, you know. But now it's, you absolutely do know it needs to be this, and I'm not settling for less because I've got everything I need just by myself. Yes, it may be shutting down the emotions, but to be the Queen or King of Cups is fine because it can be switched on and off and played with at will. That is their emotion. The emotions run deep. So if the focus needs to be changed onto the practical side of life, that is also a win, because there is a love of that practical side, a love of building, a love of collecting, a love of creating. So that's for there. The partner may well be finding it hard to know, because there are emotions that run deep, depending on what sign is trying to connect with the King or Queen of Cups, we'll say, that they've got those tricky bits first, because there's a ruthlessness that comes with this all-loving heart. It's because there is this knowing of how deep and all the love and affection that comes forward, that it is somewhat harder to come in from the start, because it's not a game. Nobody is opening themselves up to that, not anymore. So it's detecting that energy from the start. So the person coming forward, the partner, they may well be a little bit not even fearful, because it's not taking anything away from about how maybe this being cold is also pushing someone away, which is why you're at the crossroads in the first place, and the worry, the paranoia, and the healing and the strength, all of that. But ultimately, if this doesn't get resolved, then both of you will be feeling like that. Someone will be at a loss. Whoever it is that's saying, oh, I'm turning my back, walking away, I think you are still mirroring, and you both will. But what we've got now is just going along, going through the motions, and an avoidance. And that's not going to win the day. It needs to be addressed. Somebody needs to stand up and somebody needs to stand up, and whether it's unpredictable, taking a risk, or whatever it is, somebody's got to decide, somebody's got to do something. So this avoidance at the moment is probably just the being stuck for the minute, because you might not know what the other one wants. So we've got here the Star card, hopes and wishes being sent out. The connection is something that on a whole is looking like it could be the wished for, the wish fulfillment of the Nine of Cups, that it has the potential of the coming together with the Ten of Cups. We're just looking for the counterpart right now of the King of Cups. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles, So yeah, it is still the counterpart, because the love for turning the attention onto something practical is still meeting in the middle for that. That's the ultimate. You can't get all of that if you're not doing it from a place of love of what you do. So we've got here trusting the gut. Well, when we've got the moon is fully in play, then that what we believe to be truth, or what we know, gets clouded and foggy. But there is something that is going to be being revealed, and whether it's the hard truth of I'm walking away, I'm not doing this anymore, or it's revealing something of why emotions are being blocked off, or whatever it may be from the partner side as well. Acknowledging the truth that you're stuck, and if you don't move outside of this pot, this level, this frequency, it's game over and you're going to be losing. We've got here that you could take the perspective of maybe you have everything that you've needed to achieve at this point. Maybe the natural progression is to take a risk. How can you be meeting a counterpart that you're seeing yourself in them, and you're still afraid to take a risk? Surely if they were so bad that you wouldn't be having them up in your energy anyway. So to keep moving forward so fearful of somebody's going to do something to hurt you, then you're never going to be able to progress. That's clearly more healing needs to be done, and it shouldn't then be in question about setting up a relationship. If there's that much fear in moving forward from all that you know about yourself and reading other people, then you're not in a place to be in a relationship. We've got that double energy. We've got the moon again. It's knowing that, in a sense, it's wanting to trust and believe, but just not sure. Well, that's why conversations need to be had. Maybe some of this doubt, worry, paranoia, fear, and all of this ideals, wishes, and so needs to be put out on the line. Speak, communication. This is why it's showing the Queen of Wands, because somebody needs to open their mouth and start saying what needs to be what, because it just feels that a plan is needed or a direction needs to be taken, but everyone's waiting for everyone else. We've got here the start of it, a new perspective coming forward. Yay, whatever way that's come about. Maybe let's just say it is on the back of conversation. Maybe it's on the back of absolutely wanting this connection. So having to take charge and say, right, here's the wand in the sand. Let's start from there. How on the same page are we? I know that people can tell, oh yeah, I'm on the same page, and just feed you loads of crap. But we're not coming from that. We're coming from a place that if you are looking at a counterpart, that there's a mirroring that's clearly going on. Where do you give yourself credit of being a good judge of character with all of the experience you've been through? And so if somebody wants to actively deceive you, then yes, we have no chance. But where is the learning that's come from all of the shit you've been through before, if you really, really can't make this judgment call with somebody that is mirroring you? We've got here taking charge. We've got both in charge, which will be a funny dynamics considering we've got people mirroring each other. So it's two heads are better than one, and exactly with that was the plan. Let's both decide jointly and we'll take a step forward, and we've got the bigger picture ahead. We've got opportunities presented, so it feels that finding that common ground makes life easier. Looking at time already invested into this connection would seem like a bit of a waste, maybe, of shutting it down and everyone being miserable and then just only going to have to start it up again with somebody and just playing that loop out again. You might as well just see if the foundations or what's been invested so far is something that may be a bit of a head start. You will have gained something from this. So putting in a little, it's just showing here a small opportunity or a small offer or a small suggestion, something into the pot. So putting that pot in is not everybody investing so that there is a big risk. It's building trust. Building trust is everything, because once you're coming from the same page, when you've got the two people, two like minds coming together, and they are planning for the future. They've both got the same goals in mind, the same want for love, the same drive as the other one. That's why it's mirroring. How could that not have a starting point to begin to be something that's yeah, I mean, let's be real, we've got two independent, strong-headed people. There's everything. It's we haven't even seen the fireworks yet. Don't forget, this is a Scorpio reading. We are waiting for the tower. We are definitely waiting for the tower, and that's not trying to jinx you guys. I'm Scorpio myself, but we know that it's very rare that we can get through a reading lately without one. So everyone's on the same page, still mirroring. It's making that commitment, and that's probably what's needed. It's finding that common ground, but meaning it. If you can't start from trust, then what's the blooming point? What are you trying to heal from? What arguments are you trying to resolve? What's the point in going round again? Trust has to begin. You're doing that exchange. I'm giving you my heart. I'm trusting you with it, and you're doing the same. And so let's see the outcome. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So that is one of the counterparts. We've got the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups. We've got all of the cups in the house. And, yay, look. Oh my God, look. Yay! You're doing it. So, let's see. I love it. Pure negotiations of, exchanging the cups. So, on the back of that, it's coming full circle, full house, back to where you were, still mirroring, both clearly very family orientated, traditional maybe in some sense, but old school definitely, and just the counterpart of each other. It's like the reading said at the beginning, these people individually are, they literally do not need anybody. They're not all emotionally driven. They are practical, grounded, get what they want, set their sight on something and they will have it. Yeah, the love of, I want that and I will work to get it for myself because that is the enjoyment and the love that I have. But it's not on a materialistic with the greed vibration. It's the working towards the building, the creating side, the love of the process, the not needing to take quick shortcuts to get there. This couple individually are in it for the long game because they love the process, and that's why finances come to them in the way that it does. They will always be steady and secure singularly, but yet here we are that you've got the two counterparts coming together, and like we said at the beginning of the reading, that is absolutely the two halves of the two each pentacle into the pot, so everyone's doing their fair share. It's not one taking, giving more than the other. You get what I'm saying? They're working towards that family, whether it's ideal family unit, whatever, whether it's just those two are the tiny family unit, whatever it may be, big, large, small. The main point is they're on the same page. They are each other. They are the male and female version, or either aspect. There is no gender, but for simple of ease for this. And that's what they're doing. It's when you see the world is the oyster, that's exactly what comes forward, because there's nothing cold about these this counterpart. You've got the cups are all showing through there. So there is a lot of love that's here. These two can heal each other. These two can make a decision. So we've got, there you go, the Three of Pentacles, partnership. Two halves making a whole, working together on the same page, to the same destination, the same goals. It is the same. You've got here the double energy, absolute healing in each counterpart coming together, heal each other. It's an energy exchange. They won't hurt each other because they are an aspect of the other. This is everything, isn't it? The divine feminine, the divine masculine, the twins. It's everything of there. It's the coming together, the power couple. We've got here the other, in case it was under any illusion of what they have together. You've got here the Queen of Wands was already saying something's got to be done and a decision needs to be made, that we can't keep going on avoiding the situation. The Ten of Wands is half and half of a problem solved that needs to be discussed on a mature and healthy level. When you're talking to a counterpart, then what comes forward is a fresh perspective. The two minds think alike, and it was exactly that. Making a plan, getting stuff done. The two minds, both, no one's in competition, it's only helping. It brings a fresh perspective, new starts, passionate, all over. And there you go. The counterparts are there to play. Amazing. I just even love the way that it's unfolded, the way that it did. Yeah, look, we've got a commitment. Not only a commitment to self, commitment to each other, and it's falling just on our home and family card. Making a commitment traditional is all about family, the stability, the all that is. That's where the love and the pleasure comes from. Homemakers, look, the love and the pleasure, you can't write it, it's like the love and pleasure that's getting from commitment, but a solid, truthful commitment, knowing that there was that trust and that risk that was invested in at the beginning, that at the start was almost that fear of moving forward, of making a decision, of taking a risk. That fear was just about to ruin this alignment of all counterparts. Conversations happening, the momentum's picking up a pace. It's more the King and Queen of Wands. It's the discussion of that, the excitement that then comes forward. It's like, yeah, we're doing this, or we can do, or what should we do next? It's everything just exploring more of the same. Yeah, exploring all the options. There's choices, there's decisions, there's having everything, there's surprises. It's everything. Just being reminded though that we did have something being revealed, so we won't take that off of the table. But yeah, we've got here, maybe this is the something being revealed, that there is a third element of someone somewhere. They may be in the background, on the way, or it may be something shut down. It may be to do with this decision making and all of the different bits. It's down to you to call what's what for your own particular situation. But ultimately, we can read that as the passion and excitement of living the new life, the best life, with all the choices and decisions, and just the coming together with the teamwork, something to be pleased about. Or we can be acknowledging that we have been shown a secret of some kind, of some information being revealed, and also the fear of betrayal. So without putting a downer on it, because it's going to be significant for yourself, my feel is that regardless of this being a third party, whether it's one of the aspects are the third party also, all of that will be dissolved. There's no way that you can have a King and Queen of Wands and a King and Queen of Pentacles exchanging their exchanging their hearts right there, and anyone else being able to pull that apart and pull it down. There's too many factors in here that's pushing this together, even on the way that played out. So there's either deception or trusting the process. We've got the Queen of Swords. That was the struggle being there. So look, we're coming back round, are we? I'm not having this. Bring me the Tower. Yeah. So you can't have two headstrong people like this and not have a bit of a push and pull. It's not going to be plain sailing all the way. It's going to be headstrong, but this at any point can be a pulling away or a pulling together. But I think what we're looking at there is definitely we're looking at a twin flame connection and not a soulmate. So these counterparts won't be going too far anytime soon, that's for sure. So there you go, really long and loads of cards, but I love the way that it all planned out. So if this is your reading, yay, lucky you. And yeah, take a risk and yeah, let me know how you got on. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.